Live long and prosper, fellow members of the Death to Normies party. I'm sorry it's taken so long for us to release more content, but unfortunately I've been in an autistic coma the last couple months. However, when I was in the autistic coma, I had a vision. I had a vision of the world as it truly is. I have a vision of that which Chad has hidden from us. You see, I'd been wondering, why is it that the 2D woman is so superior to the 3D woman? Why is it that that which is, shall we say, flat is superior to that which is three-dimensional? Well, I'm glad you asked. That's because the truth is that the world is flat. You see, the world in its true form is actually two-dimensional. You see, what happened was during Kali Yuga, the world became 3D. You see, what happened was Chad kicked us out of Hyperborea, which is a 2D place, by the way, and sent us into the degenerate, fallen world we are now. We are two-dimensional souls trapped in three-dimensional bodies. And we can't get through, can't go back to Hyperborea because it's at the South Pole and it's blocked off by a wall made out of red ice that Chad built to prevent us from getting back there. Now, it should be noted with regards to a certain tribe, the truth of the matter is Chad and the tribe are the same thing. If you're a Chad, it's because you have the blood of the tribe in you. And I think Renegade has gotten this stuff down. They're an affiliate of the Death to Normies party. They got it right. The Earth is flat. There's a wall. It's like, you see, Game of Thrones, George R. R. Martin is trying to do some culture jamming. He's trying to get the truth out about the wall that's blocking off 2D Hyperborea from us. And you see, the Japanese and us are two sides of Hyperborea. We're the first dimension of Hyperborea. The Aryan people are a straight line, and the Japanese are the width of Hyperborea. So between the two of us, if we were brought back together, we would make a 2D people once again, but we've been split apart because of Kali Yuga and because of the actions of the Chads. So by reuniting with the Japanese and creating a race of Eurasians through genetic engineering, because 3D women are degeneracy, by doing that, we will regain our 2D status. And the Japanese are, in essence, more pure Hyperboreans than us. That's why they're able to create new Hyperboreans through anime. Anime is an ancient ritual practiced in Hyperborea beyond the mountains. And in fact, anime girls are the purest form of Hyperboreans because that's what people looked like back in Hyperborea. These impossibly cute and beautiful beings that kind of looked like a mixture of Aryans and the Japanese, because the Japanese are the other half of Hyperborea. So, what we need to do is we need to come up with a way to get past the wall and back to Hyperborea. Now, I was playing, I'd hate to call it a game because it's really a documentary about an international attempt to get past the wall and back to Hyperborea called Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey, where they go to Antarctica and they go into the Hyperborean dimension. However, it's full of Chads, also known as demons, so they're kind of like demonic Chads. They're fallen Chads that have ascended into the fourth dimension, which is even more degenerate than the third dimension that Chads normally occupy. So they went there too, and they weren't able to get past them. So we have to come up with a way to get past the Chads that guided. I mean, that mission ultimately failed, and they were barely able to get out. They didn't make it all the way to the center of Hyperborea. So we're going to have to figure out a way to get there. And I think what it is we have to just put vaccines into the water supply of the entire world. If we put enough vaccines into the water supply of the entire world, that will increase the autism levels in pretty much everybody on the planet. And autism is the only weapon we have against Chad. It's the only weapon we have against how he tries to tempt us with 3D women, how he tries to tempt us with Stacy, how he controls our media and presents things like social norms, etc. I mean, the assault on us is real. They released Pokemon Go recently, and Pokemon Go is opiate of the masses. They're trying to take... This is how Chad subverts cultures. They're taking the documentary about what life in Hyperborea is like, where 2D people are able to catch 2D monsters and use them as their servants. They're taking that and they're perverting it into a mobile phone, not even a console game, a mobile phone game. The device of choice of casuals, which is kind of a subclass of Chads, and they're using that to force us to go outside and exercise these degenerate bodies. Because what it comes down to is you're a 2D soul trapped in a 3D body. And kind of your goal in life is to liberate yourself. So you have to make yourself as two-dimensional as possible to get past the degeneracy that is the 3D form trapped within the 2D... the 2D form that's trapped in the 3D body. So Pokemon Go pushes you towards the lie, which is that you're 3D, and it encourages you to go outside, encourages you to interact with people who aren't complete autists, who aren't part of the Hyperborean ruling class. You see, autism makes the world seem more 2D, and the more autistic you get, the more you see the truth of reality. So if we can get everybody on Earth to have that power of autism, then there won't be a society anymore. Everyone will just stay inside on the internet. We'll get robots to do everything. We'll hook ourselves up to machines that will sustain us. And if we collectively focus our autistic powers, we can melt the wall. We can go back to Hyperborea, and we can seal the Chads and the tribe forever within the degenerate 3D world. So I know this is a lot of work, but that's why I founded the Death to Normies Party, so that we can regain our ancestral homeland in Beyond the Wall, that we can end this age of Kali Yuga, and that there will be 2D women for all. You see, the Norse legend about Valkyries was actually about 2D women who were left in Beyond the Wall, because as Hyperboreans, the females we encounter are all Stacys. They aren't Hyperboreans, even if they look like they're Hyperboreans. They're members of the tribe. The actual female version of the Hyperborean exists back beyond the wall. We see kind of reflections of them, or our attempts to create them, in the 2D waifu created by the Japanese, as they are the other half of the Hyperborean race. So I just wanted to get that out there. I think that this will wake a lot of people up. I think this will make a lot of people realize just how flawed their existences are. This is Argent. This is the president of the dictator for life of the Death to Normies Party. And I hope you learn something from this, and I hope you'll join me in filling the world's oceans and sewer systems with